Hey everyone. Oh, wow, you're in a good mood tonight, I see. Firefly, what you doing? Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. What is the jumping jack status? I owe 150 Fletcher from last night, but there's no jumping jacks landed on tonight, if that's what you're asking. Oh, it's always a delight to show off the K. Isn't that right, Firefly? Holy what? Oh, the jumping jacks? Oh, Chris the bastard gave me 300. They got to a times 3 multiplier and the bastard donated $100. So I did, but I already had like 30 to do. So I did like 180 jumping jacks after doing all the single multiplier ones that I'd already had that night. And I got too tired, so I just said, you know what? 150 are getting left for tomorrow. So there's 150 jumping jacks that I have. Mm-hmm. Oh, because Chris never donated under his name. Chris donated under the Deep. So that's why the Deep is so high up in points. That said, though, Cindy's not far behind. There was some luck be a lady for Cindy. Firefly. Oh, Firefly, you're far away. Have you missed me because you've been in a different room, Cat? Is that what this is? We got Garrus a little shark toy today because he's the only one who kind of cares about toys. I don't get a lot of cat toys. But I got him this little shark that had some catnip on it, and he was going mental with it. Well, yeah, pie stores and bakeries don't tend to stay open late, do they? It's hardly a 24-hour service, typically. But yes, the rumors are true. Tonight, we watch Divergent. So 7:30 is late for a bakery to be open. Bakeries I expect to shut by 6, if not 5. Wesker and Firefly weren't as interested. They kind of sniffed at it a bit, but it was mainly Garrus who was getting quite possessive of it. Firefly and Wesker think they're too grown up for toys, don't you, Firefly? You think you're a mature cat? So how much am I going to hate this movie? That's the real question. That's the real question I have for myself tonight. I don't deny there would be a customer base, a demand for pies all around the clock. Especially if there's only one place that does it. If there's like one pie place in the entire city that does 24-hour pie deliveries, they'd probably get an okay amount of business. See, there you go. House of Pies. I'm sure they're very popular because you can get a pie at 4 in the morning. Oh. Hello, Elsa. Oh. Oh. Firefly's been adorable. Yeah. Yes. Me and Connor recorded another Star Trek just before I came on to stream. And I am frustrated to say the least about how we're recording comics this week because due to the schedule being awful and because Matt can't do it at the weekend, um, me and Connor are having to probably split it into like 3 sections and do it at really weird hours just so that we can get it done. Uh, I don't know if there's more than one cut of this. Let me check the length of the one I got, just so that people can have that information when you're renting or whatever. Let me just make sure my audio, desktop audio is muted. Jesus Christ, 2 hours and 19 minutes and like 30 something seconds. So yeah, 139 or 140 minutes is what the runtime is, depending on how they round it. So I don't know if there's like an extended cut, and if there is, if I have it. I have no cakes. No, I want cake. Don't have any cakes. I have some like ice cream things, but don't really want ice cream. I have leftover Indian food for later. That I'm excited about. That I'm looking forward to getting into. You got lucky it's on Mexico's Netflix. Well, hurrah. Hurrah for Mexico then, I guess. Guys, I'll be back in a second. Don't go anywhere. You bought it? Oh, jeez, that is coming. I'll BRB, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I heard cats meowing for food, so I gave them all a nice big feeding. 2 hours and 75 minutes long. Well, clearly they weren't very good at math. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. I bought some stuff on iTunes today. Some good bundles. Feeding. That was feeding. There was some good bundles today on iTunes that went up. Uh, I got the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, and I got the Indiana Jones collection, all of which was in 4K. And I got Psycho in 4K, and I got Bird with the Crystal Plumage in 4K. Good day of sales. There's actually some other stuff uh, that's tempting, but like all six Mission Impossibles in 4K. But I already bought enough, so I'll leave that for another sale. I'll leave that for another sale. But very, very nice batch of stuff on sale today. I mean, I say today, I mean this week. It's just that they change on a Monday on UK iTunes. Tomorrow, the US store changes for the week, and I'll hopefully not be too tempted by anything on that. But we shall find out, shall we? In fact, they might even change by the time the stream is done. They tend to change in the wee hours of the morning. But yes, welcome, Tyler. I see you sauntering in, but not committing to the movie itself. Utterly depressing. Well, if that doesn't get me into the mood for a movie, I don't know what does. That's I get what you're saying, Elsa, but I don't feel like I need to condition Tyler to change his mind. Whereas with you, it's a personal goal to make you appreciate horror and fall in love with it. Everyone who watches should get a +1 in the scoreboard. Elsa's back to negotiating shit again. We'll get started soon then, because the movie's like longer than I would have liked, shall we say. Uh, so everyone get their movie set up and paused at 0. We're going to watch Divergent. First thing, it just goes into the Summit Entertainment logo. So I assume no one else. If you have anything before the Summit Entertainment intro, then pause it in the black before that, as opposed to whatever else. But I imagine it should start with that with most people. Should be happier. I've seen more horror in the past 2 years than I probably have my whole life. But as they say, we can do better. Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those numbers up. Sure, go set up some ice cream, Fletch. Sorry, Bob. This is what's on the docket for tonight. I'm afraid. I mean, other people are already renting and buying it, so it's kind of shitty to turn around and change it now. Uh, that's the spirit. I do want to eat my leftover Indian food, but that's not stream eating material, and it's definitely not movie eating food. Could go get one of those ice cream things. There is a name for them. They're called magnums here, but I realize that no one will know what I mean by that. They'll just think I'm talking about a gun. The ice cream, Akira. I mean, they're not even officially magnums, but they're just, they are the same as magnums. They're the same shape. They're the same concept. Magnum White's your favorite. I'm not a big white chocolate guy, so I've never been into the white chocolate version of, well, anything really. The only exception to that is the white chocolate version of Ferrero Rocher, but I think that's because they also add coconut onto it, so it's the coconut that I like in that. But hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm not a white chocolate guy. Uh, Regular chocolate's more my thing. That said, though, dark chocolate's something I can appreciate if I'm in the mood for it. Like, dark chocolate in the right context is really nice. Like, a layer of dark chocolate in a cake with other things is like a really nice accent to the flavors. I don't want ice cream. I'll just drink my water, maybe munch on my nuts a little bit. It's a little bit cooler tonight. I'm happy to say I was nowhere near as miserable today, heat wise. I don't taste mint in dark chocolate. I mean, you can definitely get dark chocolate that has mint with it. That's definitely a thing they sell, but dark chocolate's just a lot more. I don't want to say bitter. Bitter is not quite the right word, but in the right doses, it's good. Dark chocolate's actually the more pure chocolate, I think. It's like the most like just not raw, like cocoa like flavor, but it's less manipulated, I believe. Don't worry, the jumping jacks fix that. Maybe I'll do some jumping jacks during the movie. Bit more engaging. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Right. You know, I am glad that when I stream with you guys, it's not when stuff is open. Because the amount of times you guys would make me spend money on getting food delivered because you put me in the mood would be ridiculous. So I'm very glad that I can't just order from a dessert place right now, for example, because you're tempting me. Of which I felt there's a lot recently. Oh, someone followed me on Twitter who is like a hardcore Snyder and David Ayer fan. I wonder how long till they realise. A pair of Oreos. Probably about as good as you're gonna do. Oh la di da. Oh. Um. Did that how long's Fletcher's ice cream taking here? This is quite a lengthy stage. Um. I think we got a little chocolate thing, I suppose. Maybe that would satisfy the cake craving. Do I want to though? Mm, probably not. I've got two ice cream things. I've got one that's caramel ice cream with just chocolate coating, and I've got one that's vanilla ice cream with chocolate almond coating. You eat a uniquely shaped potato chip, and all of a sudden, no one ever lets it go that it was rectangular. It wasn't a cookie. Oh my god. That's a really specific number for the rental, but you know, whatever. Uh yeah, so pause at zero. Um it should go straight into the Summit Entertainment logo if you have like FBI warnings or anything else they've tacked on to wherever you've rented it or bought it. Just pause after that, I suppose. But otherwise, pause at zero. Pause at zero. Let me get the timer up for people joining us later. Okay. All right. Paused and ready. Okay, everyone paused at 0. So exciting. Oh yeah, super exciting. All right, I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and press play. If yours been hopeful for me, I mean, I appreciate the genuine hope. Now, would people like to see the video game that I'm also going to be playing at the same time on screen, or would that ruin the illusion? Okay, got to pause at 0. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and press play. So when I say press play, you can all do the same. And here we go. So I'm going to count down. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, play. I've got the audio mute, yeah. I was only joking, Allison. Tyler's like, yes, show me Slay the Spire. Show me Slay the Spire. Summit Entertainment presents a Red Wagon Entertainment production. A Neil Burger film. Now what burger? Divergent. What they call Divergent in France. Divergent. One of my favourite old jokes. Oh, Ashley Judd. I don't mind seeing Ashley Judd in something. I'll say that much. One of my favourite old jokes is what do they call the Hunger Games in France? Battle Royale with cheese. It's a lot of telephone towers or something. Executive score producer Hans Zimmer. That was a weird credit. I like how it's showing off all this post-apocalyptic Last of Us style skyline, and then it goes like, no, but there's people still functioning down here, and they don't look post-apocalyptic at all. They look like society's just normal down here. A little futuristic, but normal. Right, the blue ones are the Smarties. Orange is farmers. Black and white are law. And politicians, maybe? They're also wearing black. Come on. They were all color coded until they decided to make two of them black. The hell? The faction. I'm never going to remember these names of these groups. The colors are what I'm going to remember. I think. They time the mirror and then like safety lock it. A lot of trust going on there, is there? Pardon me, Caleb. I know, I know. Talk about different calibers of well human. Kandar to me is just a Kryptonian city, although it's spelled differently. Oh no, it smells Teller. So he's in Slytherin then. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the franchise that the third film they split the third book into two, but the part one did so poorly they never actually made the second part. That's this franchise, right? I respect that, Fletcher. I respect that. Well, that's a lesson in don't being too cocky with your franchise, I suppose. If they just made the third book one movie like, normal, then that'd have been fine. So there's just no ending to the movies? There's just no ending to the franchise? You know what it feels like? It feels like obviously this was made because of the success of other things. Twilight, obviously, even Harry Potter, Hunger Games, another big one. And I think this is maybe the case of this is where the bubble burst. Oh, I like what's her face here from Nikita. So this is the one that suffered because this is the one where the interest just kind of died out enough. Maggie Q, that's it. I forgot her name. Yeah, Maze Runner didn't. Did Maze Runner get sequels? Did it finish all of the books as movies? I feel like I stopped paying it. I didn't hear about anything after the first one. There was more Maze Runner. Okay. Oh god, it's Last Jedi all over again. There's there's a joke in here about her name being Woodley, and there've been a lot of Woodleys in the forest or something right now, but I'm not going to be a hack and find it for you. I know it was before Last Jedi. I wasn't accusing this of copying Last Jedi. I was just joking because it's a similar concept to one of the scenes. I wasn't really insulting The Last Jedi. I suppose I kind of implied that I didn't like being reminded of it, so I suppose in a way. You know, these young adult things in their worlds, I always feel that they never give me enough reason to why the world works the way it does. Maybe it'll be explained more as it goes on, but I mean, why do they believe this is not possible? Why I don't know. We're 12 minutes in. The hell with you. The hell with you. Wait, isn't this Ansel Elgort? Isn't he like really cancelled now for being dodgy with someone who's underage? Was that not a thing? Maybe I'm misremembering. I feel like he was trying to entice someone who was underage. Did he drive a baby? Yes, but why did they split into factions though? Like I don't. It's like it's too complicated to just be completely apparent right away why they did this. So immediately I'm in a place where I don't quite really believe the world. It just feels like a concept because they wanted this world for the story, as opposed to it being intriguing. I don't know. Because the others said so. But it's the same feeling I have in a Hunger Games or even Snowpiercer. I'd kind of compare it to as well, where something about the world and the rules just doesn't feel right. I don't know who Aaron Rodgers is. Shailene Woodley, though, I saw in uh, Big Little Lies. I saw her in a George Clooney movie before that. Yeah, it sounds like they can choose when they become teenagers, Fletcher. They can defect. This song is so young adult. No, I love different worlds, Allison, but like other sci-fi worlds that I like tend to feel functional from the get-go. They tend to feel like a functional world that I can buy into. And if there's one thing that feels a bit off about it, then it's something that's usually like an intentional mystery. Beatrice, I should have bleeped that out. Listen to me, you little ungrateful bitch. I survived the Titanic. I hogged the door and I survived. I have the drive to survive. Ah, close enough, Fletcher. Why wouldn't I appreciate the Green Knight? It looks very interesting visually. Whereas this most looks like a TV show so far. The filmmaking can do a lot to sell me on a mood or a setting. You say that as if that makes sense, Allison. How is this track never like interrupted with? How does nothing ever like block it? It can never stop for any reason. It's it doesn't work. There's a disconnect. That's all I'm saying, Alison. There's a disconnect where I just don't feel it. The sacred engine is eternal. See, I hate that sentence. Speed makes more sense to me. It bends a lot of rules, don't get me wrong. There's outright rule bending all over the place. It's an action movie. But at least it's assuming that it works in a fundamental world that is looks like our own. If she can still pick what she wants, then why does it even matter if the test told her she's multiple things? Why would it be a big deal if you're divergent? Just pick the thing you want. And she has a choice. Our parents are furious. This is a false equivalency, Alison. I don't think that is a comparison at all. No one's denying that Freddy is supernatural or Jason is supernatural. Well, past a certain point, anyway. There's a certain type of world building that I don't like very much. That a lot of these young adult things share a lot of the same tropes with. Wait, is this Run Boy Run they're playing? Are they taking this? That is. They're. I can't believe this movie's using this fantastic song. How dare it? Not using the lyrics though yet. Bong Joon Ho is a pretty good director. I do not deny this. Parasite is exceptional. What's funny is that Bong Joon Ho, I like his films that are more straightforward, and I don't like his science fiction or fantastical films that much. Which is funny because I love sci-fi, but I don't like his type of sci-fi. Oh, look at this ginger. When it said this group were the protectors, I thought they were like the cops. But all they're doing is like weird parkour shit and run onto a train. Oh, Parasite is full of symbolism. I've seen her in things. What's she in? She's in things. She also defected from another group. Run, boy, run, and nothing will to you. Na 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 na. I might listen to Run Boy Run later. That's a good song. Fighters of what? Who are they fighting? I mean, why are they just jumping off a train? Wait, it gets better. We shall see. Jai Courtney. Of course, Jai Courtney. I'm getting flashbacks of Die Hard 5 now with this prick. Yeah, Zoe Kravitz, that's the name of the actress. Is this the love interest, man? He's very bland. So they didn't have to prove they're worthy of the one they picked? Christina is maybe the only character so far that's remotely likable. And I think that's mostly just out of Julie Kravitz, to be honest. The main character's kind of annoying because she's just all like, "Oh, I idolize this group of people because they look kind of cool or something." Oh god, I'm getting Zion from the Matrix vibes out of this. Mm. I didn't realize Zoe Kravitz and Shailene Woodley were about the same age. I think Zoe Kravitz seemed